All right, so here's the 2020 Skidoo Summit SP, but I have added some things on it. A removable snow flap. I don't have the snow flap. It's inside, but the snow flap's in great shape. And then we have a limiter strap quick adjust, which is really nice because you can, right now it's tightened up. Or it looks tight, but it's on long, but you can actually tighten that up more because this lever, you have to sit on the, sometimes it helps to have someone sit on the back, but you flick that thing around and it flicks it up into position, and it holds pretty tight when you do that. Or maybe it's actually this one, I don't know. Yeah, actually this is the one, I think. But you can see it's a little bit loose, so it's in the long position. Sorry, this is an extra limit. You're supposed to have 2 of them, but you could theoretically take off this one. That's kind of up to the person. I just have not done that, so I'm going to do a cold start on it now. Let's see here. And the brake is good. Everything's good on it. A little bit tape just so I could kind of, because I don't think, yeah, this is for a turbo, this helium hood, and it's actually attached to the sled almost permanent, but I could take it off. The enamel did crack a little, but that can just be sanded, and a little dusting of new paint on it would fix that up. So sorry it's so dusty, but you know, it, and the clutches, you know, I think I'll probably clean the clutches. And I run AMSOIL. You do not need to spend all that extra money running the Skidoo XPS oil or whatever it's called. You know, AMSOIL is super solid. They'll even do like an engine warranty if you want, if you buy enough AMSOIL from them. But the money you spend putting AMSOIL in, or the money you save opposed to putting XPS oil, you could have essentially bought like a new sled after so many rides, because I get that bulk for like, you know, 30 to 40 bucks for a gallon or whatever those big jugs are, instead of like paying I don't know, I think now it's like $100 a gallon for the XPS. So yeah. But these things, these 850s, once they're broken in, they just sip on that oil. But you know, if you put a lot of miles on, you will spend a lot of money doing that. So it's all cold. It hasn't been started up for a while. It's got a battery and a pull start. The pull start is actually pretty easy on this because the guy that installed it, he just has so much experience. And then the display is in the helium hood here, and the helium hood is really cool because you can just kind of pop it right off, like while you're out riding. Here's a little bit better here. Oh, and then you're inside the sled just like that. And I kind of shimmied this up. I put a little extra tape and stuff on there, but there's actually a double filter. So I have my I rigged up kind of a thing here, but I have there's actually 2 filters here, and one bigger one and then one smaller filter. At least there should be, if I remember right, just to help keep moisture out of the engine. But yeah, the helium hood is super convenient because you can just pop your hood right off. And then this, I don't know what happened here, but I had to tape that up, but this is really nice too. You can keep your gloves, and I keep you know, all my information for the sled in here. Sunglasses in case I lose my goggles, and then this will heat up your goggles too, which is really nice. You can see that in there because your exhaust is right inside there. So And they have it just perfect to where it's not too close to the exhaust, so it never melts like any plastic or anything. Originally this helium hood was red and I painted it. The problem is I should have waited to put that enamel coating on, but that I can just sand off, kind of spruce it up a little bit. The functionality though of this extra venting is just incredible, especially right here, this part, because you have your stock venting here, but this extra venting here, here, and then for the air to exit here and on the sides, so the air comes in and exits. You know, you can drive really slow through the trees on like a 60-degree day and it won't overheat. So just want to make sure that's put on snug. And then these straps are really nice, just easy to grab onto with gloves and things like that. So I'm not going to take the clutch cover off, and yeah, everything's a little dusty. It just needs to be, you know, cleaned up a little bit. But actually I haven't started this thing in a while. I have a snow bungee here and then a saw. I've never had to use it, so it'd look more clean if those were taken off. This rack is permanently installed, and then these are matched up perfectly for the removable snow flap. So the snow flap goes on here. It normally would cover this up, and then I just put a little green strap over it. And then these are actually 2 blocks of wood, and having these hooks here, this, and then this bar, and this could be taken off if someone didn't like it, but it makes it so easy to haul like extra gear if you want to use it for hunting, or if you want to go farther, you want a gas can and you don't want to spend all that money trying to buy the link setup. I'm able to haul a lot of stuff on here, and you can obviously adjust your suspension down here. But the track is just like, I have not, normally you come through and cut this stuff off. I've never done that. The track is in mint condition. It's almost like new, and it's just barely off the ground here. See? So I think I can maybe spin the track. I could probably spin it. We'll try just real carefully, but this pull start's pretty easy. One pull, that's it. Battery's in great shape too, but I just wanted to show you how easy it is to pull start it. And then I like to just run the track every so often. Just so like the belt doesn't take set or anything like that. Yeah, it's a solid sled. Go over here. The mileage, so 945 miles. Yeah, this thing never overheats on me, so you know, it's just a really nice sled. Starter's kind of like a Yamaha, where you gotta like hit it once, get it turning, and then you hit it the second time, it starts right up. So I don't feel there's anything wrong with the starter. That's how it's always been since I bought it. I bought this new, so yes, I am the only owner of this sled. I bought it new, and then Some stuff like this I left in, but you know, sometimes I tear this stuff out because it gets soaked with water and it makes your sled heavier. But the exhaust and everything was professionally installed, including the limiter strap quick adjust. Now that limiter strap quick adjust makes a huge difference. And of course, you know, there's ice scratchers on it too, so you know, ice scratchers, super easy. Just put those down, it keeps cool. And I actually have a extra set of ice scratchers. I would throw in my new set of ice scratchers. They're steel, so I would throw those in. I have plenty of sets of like different types of ice scratchers. And then these skis are really wide. They actually, if you look, they're narrow. They're customized so that it gives this sled a narrow ski stance with wide skis. Because when I go hunting, you know, I'm usually going slow, looking for mountain lion tracks. So the sled, you know, I don't really want it, or I don't want to be going too fast, except for when I'm trying to access the hunting area. And sometimes the snow is light, sometimes it's deep, and this sled has really got the job done. I'm just too big for it, you know. Like we have our other sleds over here. I'm a 165 guy, or even a 175. What I really like to do is get another 4-stroke too, you know, a 600 Ace, and then I'd probably put a carbon fiber skid on that 600 Ace, so if I got stuck, you know, I was able to kind of maneuver the back end of it to get out and get rid of that really heavy skid, you know, and just leave all the weight up front, you know, with wide skis. So, but I can put the stock skis on. These are, for where we live, the snow varies so much. These are dual carbide and they just have wear bars. But yeah, really nice sled, starts right up. And let's check that starter again one more time though. There we go. Yeah. So you let things sit for a few weeks, but I only go, you know, 2 to 4 weeks without starting these up, and every month to 2 months I like to spin the tracks on them, just so things like, you know, like I said, they don't take set, like belts and any of the working parts. A machine is not meant to sit. A machine is meant to be used and move. So, all right, thanks for watching. That's all I got.